Oh, hey everybody! I didn't know you were here because I was getting ready for story time. And I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of a story about the time when Chase loses tooth for the first time? Well, I'm going to tell you a story about it. Do you want to hear it? Alright! Well, let's go to Adventure Bay and see what the Paw Patrol is up to today. One sunny day, Chase, Marshall, Zuma, and Rubble were playing tug of war. Suddenly, Chase lost his grip and fell backward with a thud. Ouch! He yelped. That was when he felt his tooth wiggle. What's wrong, Chase? Asked Marshall. My tooth is blue, Chase said. Lou's teeth are awesome, Zuma exclaimed. When you put them on your pillow, the tooth fairy leaves you something great. But Chase wasn't convinced. He went to his doghouse to lie down. Whoa! Chase lost his tooth? That's amazing! I wonder what the tooth fairy is going to leave him. Maybe money? Or maybe a bone. Shall we see what happens next? Ryder joined the pups and peeked in on Chase. You should really have the dentist take a look at that, he said. Chase was scared. There isn't nothing to be afraid of, Ryder reassured him. The dentist will make sure your teeth are healthy and strong. Meanwhile, across town, Alice was playing in his treehouse. It was time for his checkup at the dentist. His grandpa, Mr. Porter, called for him to come down. But Alice didn't want to go. Using the back of a hammer, Alice pried out the top few steps of his ladder. A broken ladder? Mr. Porter said. I guess I'll have to borrow one to help you get you down. Yes, Alice whispered to himself. Now there won't be enough time to go to the dentist. I think Alice and Chase are both afraid about going to the dentist. It's perfectly normal to be afraid about going to the dentist because it's new and never been there before. Shall we continue on and see what happens next? Mr. Porter reached for his phone. I bet the Paw Patrol can get you down a jiffy, he said with a smile. The team arrived on the scene. Marshall backed up his fire truck and raised the ladder high. But Alex still refused to come down from the treehouse. I'm scared of the dentist, he admitted. That's okay. Everyone's scared of something, Ryder explained. Not you and the Paw Patrol, Alex said. That gave Ryder an idea. If I can get the Paw Patrol to do things they're scared of, will you go to the dentist? Alice agreed to Ryder's deal. Whoa, this is going to be really interesting. The Paw Patrol is going to help Alice going to the dentist because I bet he'll learn that the dentist is nothing to be afraid of. Shall we continue on and see what happens next? Ryder went first. He asked Mr. Porter to bring in the one thing that scared him the most. Brussels sprouts. Mr. Porter handed Ryder a fresh Brussels sprout, and Ryder chewed it up and swallowed it down. See? That wasn't so bad, he said to Alex. Rocky, what are you scared of? Ryder asked. Water, Rocky said. He asked Marshall to spray him with his fire hose. Splash! Ew! Now I'm gonna have that wet pup smell! Rocky whined. Alex chuckled. And Rubble's afraid of spiders, Ryder said, picking up a spider with a stick. The spider traveled down the thread to Rubble's nose. It sat there for a few seconds and then crawled away. Rubble was just fine. Marshall is scared of flying, Ryder said. Sky locked Marshall into her harness and took off. This isn't so bad, Marshall declared, dangling from Sky's chopper. Suddenly, Sky spotted eagles soaring toward them. Look out! She shouted. She made a sharp turn to avoid crashing into the bird. I don't like Sky doesn't like eagles, and Ryder doesn't like Brussels sprouts. Why can you be afraid of Brussels sprouts? They don't look that bad. Brussels sprouts are good for you. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? Wow! I didn't think the Paw Patrol was scared of anything, Alex said. Everyone's afraid of something, but sometimes you need to do things even though you're scared, Ryder said. If you can all be brave, so can I, Alice declared. I'm going to the dentist. He finally climbed down the ladder. Alice, could you help one last pup be brave? Ryder asked. Alice said he was happy to help. When they reached the dentist's office, Chase and Alice bravely walked in together. Wow! Look at the dentist's office. Isn't it nice? Ooh. Shall we go in and see how they got Chase's tooth out? And shall we see what happens next? Good idea. When their checkups were done, Alice and Chase told the others that they had learned how to keep their teeth healthy and clean. The dentist was super nice, said Alex. She gave me a sticker and a toothbrush. The dentist had pulled Chase's loose tooth. She said a new one would grow in its place. I'm going to put this tooth under my pillow tonight, said Chase, and hoping the tooth fairy will leave me an extra special treat. Whoa! Look at Alice's toothbrush. I bet it's electric because it'll clean your teeth half the time. And I bet Chase would get lots of money for the tooth fairy. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? The next morning, Chase woke up to find a shiny new bone from the tooth fairy. He took a big bite. Oh no! I think I have another loose tooth, he said. All the pups laughed. And I guess that goes to show that the Paw Patrol can lose their teeth, even when they're puppies. And I had no idea that the Chase was going to lose another tooth. I wonder how many teeth that he's lost. But that's another story. For now. Well, this story is really interesting because it's perfectly normal to be afraid about going to the dentist just because it's new and you've never done it before. And if you're brave enough, maybe you can check one of my latest storytime videos to help you overcome your fear of the dentist. And if you have any more storytime recommendations for me to do, please leave your comment section in the comment section below about what story that I should do next for a next story time. Well, I'm glad you to stop by for story time today, speaking of which. And always remember, it's perfectly normal to be afraid about going to the dentist. Well, I guess that's all for now. See you soon for more story time. Bye!